You're listening to the best rock show on radio. Stay tuned as we play the best rock music of all time. Are you ready to rock?
Coming up, we are chatting with our special guest on the show, Dave Fox from Unwanted Guest.
More than just music, a community station for a rocking community. This is Crags Radio.
Hello, Dave. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Oh, very well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're very welcome. It's nice to talk to you. First of all, thanks for finding the time to chat. Really appreciate it. I know we chatted on Messenger back in November with the release of the EP, Unwanted Guest. The 4 great tracks on there. Unwanted Guest, Future Not Fear, Taking All the Money, and Waterfall. From what I recall, you sort of wanted to get this project off the ground for quite some time. Is that right?
This album actually goes back about 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
But because I play with the other band, Seventh Son,
yeah,
I've never actually had the opportunity to actually do what I wanted to do.
Right, okay.
Of course, when the lockdown came and we were all stuck inside, the opportunity was there. I
Yeah.
couldn't really
Yeah.
miss it, you know.
Yeah,
So it was a good idea to just get the stuff onto tape, as it were, and let's see if there's any that are okay.
Unwanted Guest with the track Future Not Fear. We have Dave Fox with us. It's interesting that there's quite a lot of bands, Def Leppard, for example, they've just done their latest album exactly the same way, but not in the studio. So it seems as if it is maybe the way forward. It's not like it's sort of used to be.
Technology's getting better now. The programs are getting better, the computers are getting faster.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the reason why. I mean, back in the day when I used to start, I've been doing this 20 years.
Right, okay.
And when I first started doing it, there was only me doing it that I knew about.
Yeah.
And I was quite glad that I was, I had a little niche.
Yeah, yeah.
But then everyone's doing it now, so...
Yeah, I mean, I do obviously look at your Facebook page and some of what you're running through the tracks and things like that. It just looks totally amazing. Was there any particular order that you wrote the songs in? Or
no particular order, no.
Okay.
I mean, people thought that the 4 on the EP were the best songs that I had, but no, not necessarily.
No.
Just the first 4 that I did.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the story behind Unwanted Guest, it's sort of a bit sensitive in a way. Would you like to tell us a little bit more about that, or is that something...
It's fine, I can skip down the edges.
Okay.
Well, I mean, in a way, we've all got unwanted guests, haven't we?
That's right.
Pop up in our minds.
Yeah, yeah.
And whether it be mental health or skeletons in a closet or whatever you think. And that's basically the story of Unwanted Guest.
Yeah, sure.
And I've suffered with performance anxiety since I was a kid.
Yeah, yeah.
And which is unfortunate when you're a guitar player.
Yeah. Sure, yeah.
You learn to deal with it and you learn to hide behind things.
You do?
If there's a get-out clause, I'm sort of all right.
Yeah.
If the spotlight's just on me, that's when it hits hard.
Yeah, that's right.
The get-out clause, if you're a guitarist, is, for a start off, you're behind the singer, you're behind the guitar. There's lots of barriers there. think it's because I've got that in the back of my mind, saying I can always stop, I can always walk
Well, I
away.
think that's what it is with anxiety. Because obviously it's something that it's a fear almost of getting it wrong. So for me, obviously, doing this interview, it's I don't want to get it wrong. I don't want to. So it's quite a normal thing to feel, but it's when it gets a little bit too much that it can be a problem.
I close my eyes and the world drops dead. When they open, I'm born again. I like the darkness and the peace that holds the constant dread. Your shadow wraps me tight and holds me once again, like an old familiar friend to guide me through the rain. If not for you, then where would I be? Unwanted guest inside my mind. Unwanted feelings from other times. Things I can't share with you, 'cause speaking aloud will make me do them again. Unwanted guest inside my mind.
Crags Radio rocks the hits.
We are chatting to Dave Fox. And another track, obviously, on the EP, taking all the money. That sounds like a bit of a sort of misfortune of some description, but it...
I don't know. It's not based on anything.
Okay.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Same with Load Shift, which has got a bit of a tongue-in-cheek double entendre going on all the way through it.
Yeah, sure.
Which you've got to do, haven't you?
Absolutely, yeah.
When a man's communication enters a woman's information, not to raise a younger generation, just to reach a common destination. I got my cargo loaded, so full of greed. Hope I got the balance right. I don't wanna spill my seed. Load shift, it's a matter of logistics. When you're down on the sea, load shift from one place to another. If you know what I mean, it's your monster.
Playing nothing but rock every Tuesday, only on Crags Radio.
Before the break, we played a track, Load Shift, from Unwanted Guest. Sort of going forward on the EP, it sounded a little bit more optimistic when we got to Future Not Fear.
Correct.
With the lyrics by Joe Farron. Fearon, is that correct?
Fearon, yeah, Joe. Yeah, I've known Joe a long time, but without knowing it.
Okay.
She was a big fan of Seventh Son, and she used to be there at concerts.
All right.
And I found her online. Some poems popped up on Twitter, and I thought, I like this. Who's this? I had a few songs without lyrics, and I thought, I'll give her a shot and see if she's interested.
Yeah, brilliant.
And she
Works
said, yeah,
well.
and then
Right.
it's funny, isn't it? Small world.
It is, yeah. Oh, just to point out that you did obviously donate proceedings to, or should I say, from the EP to Mind as well.
Yes, that's right.
And obviously you've just mentioned the fact...
And still as well, if the EP's still for sale.
yeah, that's good. Yeah. So, right, moving on to the album, Grave Metallum.
Where is this year's wish you were here? Dying breeds that all disappear.
What a great album title. Is there a story sort of behind the album title as such?
No. Is the answer to that.
Okay.
I have no idea where it came from.
Oh, right,
I'll be
okay.
absolutely honest.
At the moment, I can't stop, apart from the fact that this seems to happen to me. What happens, obviously, with the EP, I was playing certain tracks, and I found myself humming the tracks, so I know that when that starts, I know that I'm listening to something good. And at the moment, I'm listening to Blood on the Saw. because it's really fast paced. It's a good sort of rock track. I mean, we've mentioned Brain Shadow about sort of social phobia and things like that, but what about Birth Machine Baby? What an interesting title for a song.
Birth Machine Baby, yeah. The actual title is taken from H.R. Geiger, the painter and sculpturist that did the Alien character.
I see.
It's the growing population of the Earth, whether we should put caps on the amount of babies that couples can have.
Yeah, being an Alien fan as well, particularly, that is... That's interesting.
Well, he designed that, and the sculpture looks, you can tell it's him, you see it.
With our special guest on the show, Dave Fox from Unwanted Guest. So did you find any part of the album sort of frustrating to produce?
Good question. Yes, firstly the vocals,
right?
Because I never sang lead vocals before. I usually produce other people's. So listening to myself, it didn't matter how I was doing it, it always sounded not right somewhere, And then the other thing is the old stick it in the car thing. The car tells the truth, in my book.
Yeah,
and that's the frustration part for a producer, is trying to get things to work on everything.
Yeah.
And it's patience, really, at the end of the day.
What is amazing is you've obviously produced all the album yourself. I mean, I know that we mentioned on the show, actually, on Tuesday, that the song Every Part of Me is going to the United Metal Alliance Aid Ukraine.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Would you like to see other musicians sort of doing that sort of thing, where they actually do donate, say, a song to good causes? What's your thoughts on that one?
It helps everyone, doesn't it?
It does.
It helps the artist and it helps the cause. I mean, the album had only been out a week or
right.
probably a couple of days, and it was straight. I mean, I'd never heard of him before, but he's obviously picked me up from Facebook or something.
Ceased to exist, and people disappeared once they left me. The rest of their lives were imagined solely for my entertainment.
Crags Radio rocks the hits.
For the break, Unwanted Guest and Every Part of Me. So, next projects, any themes or?
Possibly release something else later in the year. See
excellent.
How we go.
That sounds good.
For a bit, I think.
Okay, so would you say that you're happier really doing solo work rather than anything else? Do you think it's...
yeah, I thought I was actually.
Yeah.
I thought I was. And then this week we've started rehearsing again with the band. We've got a festival gig coming up on the 1st of May up in Newcastle. And I really enjoyed it, getting back to the guys again after 2 years.
Well, David, thanks for chatting with us. I really do appreciate it. It's been a pleasure talking to you. The album Grave Metallum, I think, is destined to be a classic, in my opinion.
Excellent.
So
appreciate that, and it's great to see that you're supporting small artists as well. I mean, sometimes a small artist might say something that just resonates with someone, that a bigger artist doesn't.
Yeah, thanks, David. That's fantastic. Cheers. Thanks very much. Thank you. You take care. Thank you.
I'm locked inside a room. I'm here from dawn till dusk. The walls are squeezed again.
thank you all for spending the last 2 hours with me. A special thanks to our guest, Dave Fox. Don't forget Grave Metallum with the track Every Part of Me has been donated to the United Metal Alliance album, Aid UK. Every single penny will go directly to the suffering victims of the war in Ukraine. So to purchase the album, go to www.unwanted-guest.com/shop. See you all next Tuesday lunchtime. Take care. Have a good week. This is Dead Man's Whiskey.